This is a video about working in television, dealing with hotels. This is I think it's the sixth hotel I've stayed in. I've stayed in a chateau for one night. I've stayed in a terrible hotel, which was had no lift. I stayed in Corporate Hotel. This is quite a nice hotel. This is a golf club and spa. France, if you don't know, is very warm, very hot place in the summertime. Well, I say it's hot, but I'm a Brit, so I would say anything above 21 degrees is insufferable, because that's what we're like. And I'm here filming, and I just wanted to make a little video to complement a little booklet I'm writing about working in television and dealing with hotels. And I'm working with somebody who's a lot younger than me and is kind of like never really been on location, and I have done lots and lots of location, and experience soon teaches you how to make life for yourself a lot easier. And that's not just about being lazy, it's about making life easier for yourself so that you're not stressed, you get some good night's sleep, and you're not going to break your back lifting bags. And it's all about the bags, and it's all about the transition from one place to another. And there are systems and ideas in place, or you can put systems and ideas in place to make your life a lot easier. And this is what this video is about. I'm going to give you some tips about, and then you can apply these to anything you do, your holidays as well. Highly recommended to do these things that I do. And we haven't been doing them, so I'm starting to instill that we need to do these things. Because the complaint is, of course, that, well, you only carry your bags into a hotel. I mean, then you put them in the lift and you take them up to your room. What's the big deal? So the bags will consist of a carry-on bag for yourself, your personal belongings, a bag of your personal belongings. I'll have a camera bag, which will have a camera in it. There will be a lens case, which will have lenses in it, and there might be a tripod as well, which will have a tripod in it. There'll be a tripod case, and there might be like an admin suitcase full of first aid and release forms and staplers and tape and all that kind of thing, and there might be a lighting case with a panel in it, and on top of that there might be some lighting stands. So all this equipment adds up, and there are golden rules about leaving equipment in vehicles, in that you should never ever do it. But sometimes it's just impossible to, as they reduce the size of crews on shoots, i.e. it's just me and the assistant producer has never been on location before in her life, to a certain extent I have to conserve my energy and weigh up, just being able to physically do the job. And that doesn't mean I'm a weak or not strong person. It just means that I'll do a much better job if I go by these rules. So before I show you the bags and cases that I've got here and how I pack things, I'll just talk a little bit about the vehicle that you're in. Make sure you've got a large vehicle to cope with everybody's luggage. Remember, it's not just equipment, it's your personal belongings as well. And likely as not, you've got a carry-on to go above your seat on the plane, plus you've got a bag in the hold. There's two bags already, and say there's a whole crew with two bags. You're needing a big vehicle, usually a people carrier. And then you've got all the equipment, which is usually heavy and has to be very delicately transported. Expensive equipment, the camera and the lenses mainly. Of course, the most important piece of equipment, the most expensive piece of equipment, is your footage. Everything you've captured so far. So the hard drives, never keep them together, separate them out, wrap them in bubble wrap, make sure they're not banging about anywhere. Don't ever put them in the hot sun. Take care of your rushes. I've also got a chest infection at the minute, so I'm coughing. So apologies. I'll have to give myself something to drink, which on this occasion is a sponsored Diet Coke. So that's all that. So let's just imagine every scenario you're going to be going through. Maybe the end of every day, you're going to finish your shooting, get in a vehicle, you're exhausted, you've had a camera on your shoulder. Here's my camera. You've had this on your shoulder all day long with a big lens sticking out. The lens is missing because you always take the lens off when you're in transit. And you're like this all day long. All day long, I'm listening to the rushes. I'm operating the camera. I'm thinking about exposure, white balance, everything. And I'm concentrating. It's exhausting. It really is tiring, even for the fittest athlete, which I'm definitely not. It's an exhausting job. The last thing you need is to have that stress level explode at the end of your day, when technically, when you arrive at the hotel, they say you're not working anymore. Your hours are stopped on the running orders. But of course, you've got to then do your charging up your batteries. If you're with somebody else, they'll be backing up the footage, and that can take like a few. And then you got to write up all your notes, your log notes, your camera notes, your shooting notes. You're working for another hour, at least an hour after you've settled into your hotel. So this all will sound really obvious, but here's my top tips. So first of all, park the vehicle right next to the entrance to the hotel, as close to the entrance as you can, checking out to see if there's any ramps instead of steps, avoiding steps if at all possible. Tell the production manager that when they book you into a hotel, to make sure the person who's looking after all the heavy, expensive equipment, at least one of you has a ground floor room, so that the equipment doesn't have to be going into lifts and going through crazy. Because sometimes the lifts are a nightmare because they're always small, just big enough to take a trolley. The hotel trolleys that you get with a bar across the top, usually just big enough to take one of them, if you're lucky. Often, if you have your own trolley, you'll be offloading into the lift, and then the other end of the lift, you'll be offloading out of the lift again. It is all stressful, lots of bangings of bags against aluminium doors and through halls, fire doors and things like that, all making you completely exasperated and wanting to take up some other job entirely. So park up close to the hotel. First thing to do, one of you, jump out, see if the concierge is there, or if there's no concierge, it's not that posh. Make whoever's on security, whoever's on the front door, make them your best friend. Be as sweet as you can to them. If you're in America or somewhere where there's tipping culture, tip them well, and they will be your godsend. They'll even come out probably and help you load the trolley. So if there isn't somebody like that, just see if there is a trolley. It might not be on show, it might not be on display. It might even be one hotel we went to had a shopping trolley as the trolley. That's fine. I don't care, as long as it's as long as it's not me fighting the gravity, it's the trolley's fighting the gravity of carrying all these weights. So then load up the trolley and wheel your stuff into the hotel and up to your room, and then just take your time offloading and loading in, and then do the reverse after you've had on the morning of leaving. Have your breakfast, and then before you go back to your room, go and grab the trolley and take it to your room, so you're all ready to load in again and load back out to the vehicle. If in terms of rolling or setting off in the morning, the call sheet will say something like depart hotel or depart accommodation 8 a.m. If you treat that as, okay, meet you in reception at 8 a.m, you won't be leaving until 20 past or quarter past or maybe 10 past. You're already 10 minutes late for where you need to go. So I always call that, when I do running orders, I call that wheels rolling. Wheels rolling at 8 a.m. If you're not in the vehicle, you're being left behind. And that way you're not patronizing people by getting them to, they can manage their own time to enable that. I don't care what they do before wheels rolling, as long as they and their luggage is in the vehicle and we're off, then that's absolutely fine. They can come down earlier, they can come down last minute, they can do whatever they want to do. I'm not dictating, you're not dictating to them or the team or anybody how they manage their time. You're just saying the vehicle's going to be moving away from this location at 8 a.m. and you better be on it. So that's up to them to manage their time. that's my kind of rule of thumb. That way, people usually turn up at reception around about 10 minutes to, and we all load in and help each other out. And that's another really important thing is helping each other out and kind of thinking, what does this other person I'm working with need, and kind of helping them, being there to think about the next thing they're going to need in the job that they're doing, and if you're not doing anything, help them do it. If you know if they've got lighting equipment, it's the end of the day and they don't need it anymore, you can be packing it away while they're finishing off shots, whatever. Just, people don't do it. It's amazing. People will just sit there in the sun watching you film when there's loads of equipment that can be getting packed away, and you know you're going to end up being the only person doing it. This is inexperienced people. This is people who aren't really interested in doing the very best they can in television. Let's take a look at my how I pack my suitcase. It's not the best at the moment, but if I share with you, hopefully I can flip the camera. Right, this is my bed. Look, I've got. How fancy is it? I'll show you the view, just because I know you're probably curious. This is France, right in the middle of France actually, and I'm staying in a golf club and spa. I got a little balcony. All looks very nice, doesn't it? Right, I'm just showing you. This is my main personal suitcase. This side, I always have like a fold-away rucksack. This is all my personal stuff. So it's shirts. I always roll my shirts and my trousers up. Everything's rolled up in there. You can't really see it. There you go. Everything's rolled. Some things are dirty, so I'll be looking for laundry soon. Here, this is actually the camera cover. And look at that mess. Look at this. So, oh look, Kit Kats, important. Snacks are important. Coffee. There's my personal coffee with some sugar in there. There's some camera batteries. I have actually just changed rooms, so I did throw all this stuff in. Here's a pair of dirty old socks. They should be in that side. So I've got the camera chargers in here for the camera batteries. I've got some camera batteries. I've got the UK, that's a UK extension, and a few EU converters. I've got a spare GoPro in here, which I'll show you, which is covered up so it doesn't get damaged. I even have these. These are knee pads, which you can slip into a lot of work person jumpers. These are imperative. These are like little handheld chargers. Your phone will die, and the office will be contacting you constantly. I got another one there. Look, Q-tips important. These are all to be charged. That's why they're just thrown in. Lots of charging cables for iPhones and iWatches and everything. And I've even got my somewhere in here. I've got my GoPro, not GoPro. My drone is in here. I've got a little tiny drone. So that's that bag. So that stuff is stuff I would need for a few. You know, this is a few nights. But that charging equipment I would probably put into my small overnight bag, which is here. So it's not rigged like this at the minute, but this is like a raincoat which I just didn't need to bring. And in here there's a tracksuit top, my laptop. Always put your laptop between something soft and something soft, and then something soft. I've got some shorts, and you can see all my stuff is rolled up there. Very neat. Here's some hard drives. These are hard drives, believe it or not. Very fast hard drives. So that's this is my if I'm just staying overnight, I would take this bag upstairs. Although it does have the raincoat in there, it doesn't really need the raincoat. This is the side that I care about, which I've just ripped. By the way, that's this is fresh, so I'll be throwing this away now. So here has all my toiletries, and I might as well go through some. This is important. You will not like the food in the places you go. Your body will not understand. So Barocca is very important. Shaving cream. After sun, I almost got sunstroke. I was feeling really awful after being in the sun. Plus suntan lotion. This is a back scrubber. You gotta smell nice, and I do like to smell nice. Foot dehydration cream. Unless you love having cracked, dried feet. do that. Lots and lots and lots of body spray to make everybody bear to be near you. Sugar, something sugary you will need. This is my toilet bag, believe it or not. I just get these because I like to keep nice and trim and trim my hair and all sorts. In here I've got razor blades, travel toothpaste, hair products. This is stolen shower stuff from a hotel. I've even got Q-tips in a little plastic box there. Here I've got a temperature so that I can report back on WhatsApp to the production that I don't have COVID. And these are really important as well, cable ties, reusable cable ties. Bring them, you'll love it. Get a wee baggie full of different types of cables to charge all your various devices. And that's the little baggie here. So this is so far personal stuff. This is the bag, so this is actually a lens case. But I put everything in here. So this has all the lenses in. So I have a long fast lens, I got a wide angle lens, I got a 50mm lens, just various lenses for different style shots. I always carry these because it's not a myth, batteries can cause nasty fires. This is probably for GoPros. My GoPros are a bit flat in a minute, so I put all my GoPro batteries in one of these. This is for Mavic 2, but you can stick anything in there. Buy lots of these bags for your batteries. You must have them. This is, this is a foam bag. It's such a pencil case. You can buy these for 50p anywhere. And I put my radio mics in there so they don't get damaged. Get that up. There's another GoPro with a baggie over its face. That's all primed and ready to go. I got a drone. There's a drone inside there, believe it or not. And here's the controller. The controller does actually have a cover. Because I had to change rooms very quickly. I need to get this charged up. I got a little plastic box with the cards for the camera. I love these transparent pencil cases. I've got so many of these, so I can see what's in the bag. And this is all. This is my personal stuff. Actually, this is my gear, and I've just got various wind shields for microphones and stickies for microphones. This is my personal camera, which does lots of effects, and it's pretty good. And I brought my own little third-party you eat whatever, a good quality one of these things for whatever, for GoPro, for your light, for whatever you need it for. So that's the camera bag. And that's pretty much everything. Oh, I always have this over my shoulder while I'm out. I've got a little man bag, and in here will be wipes, a snack, my passport, my glasses, my sunglasses. Carry your passport with you everywhere you go. My wallet, my iPad's in there, so I can look at the producer notes from my boss. And I keep referencing it. So that's it. You've seen the room now. It's just and that's how I travel when I'm filming. So only you can tell me if that was interesting. But that is like a little bit of life behind the scenes. Oh. Hello, how are you? And that's my neighbours who didn't seem to want to say hello to me. And I didn't realise that was going to happen. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you found that interesting and helpful. And if you do want to know more about working in telly and tricks of the trade, and I'm very happy to depart whatever I know to the betterment of the industry, which I love. Thanks for watching for now. Like, subscribe, got any questions, write them down in the comments. Till next time, bye-bye.